Hello, darling, and welcome to Thriller Video. Who am I? I'm that girl you love best with the overdeveloped sense of humor, Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, and I'm your hostess on your journey into the macabre. As you can plainly see, I got this job on account of my TNA, talent and ability. Actually, I got the job on account of my special effects, and just in case your VCR doesn't have any special effects, here's what I look like in slow motion. Still pause. And fast forward. Whoa, gotta be careful there. I don't want anything to accidentally pop out. But if something does pop out, it's only because I'm trying to demonstrate a point. Ooh, boy, I tell you, it is not easy being a full-figured gal. I mean, tough going through life with guys only wanting one thing from you. Well, in my case, two things. Okay, now that I've gotten the obligatory boob jokes out of the way, I'll tell you about the movie. It's called Two Faces of Evil, which makes a lot of sense because I've gone out with guys who had two faces, and believe me, they were all evil. Well, this one starts out, as so many of them do, with your basic normal family. The mom, the dad, and a little rugrat, setting off down the road for your basic normal outing. So they're driving along, singing a song, just having themselves one heck of a good time, when look, up ahead, a signpost. Next stop, a Twilight Zone. Or at least somewhere in that same neighborhood. And then, oh, well, I can't really tell you what happens. I mean, I wouldn't want to spoil the movie for you. And besides, I only watched the first minute of this sucker, so I really have no idea what happens after that. But I'll be back after the flick to tell you all about it and, like, you know, explain things for you that you don't get. So if you want the movie to start, just say please. Okay, you asked for it. Thriller Video proudly brings you Two Faces of Evil. Well, I guess the moral of the story is, see your dentist twice a year and brush after every meal. The other moral which comes to mind is, don't pick up hitchhikers, especially hitchhikers wearing raincoats. I mean, for all you know, the guy could be a flasher, and we all know what flashers stick out when they hitchhike. And the other moral which comes to mind is, heck, I shouldn't be talking about morals. I don't even have any morals. But I don't have anything else to talk about because this movie didn't make sense to me at all. I think maybe I should have a stiff one and try to figure this movie out. Well, maybe I'll just have a drink instead.
It may take some time, but I can explain everything.
What? I think that girl has had one too many, because shortly thereafter she started seeing double. And was that the weirdest hospital you've ever seen, or what? Did you notice the way that they identified specimens in that joint?
Oh, no.
Hey, didn't you ever think of writing the patient's name on the cup with a magic marker? Well, I guess that was what you call a free clinic, because it was completely free of doctors. Mr. Cummings did the operation. No, he's not a doctor, but he's got a friend whose brother knows somebody who once talked to one. Anyway, that big guy reminded me of the first guy I ever had a first time with. He was real tall, and he didn't say much, and he had this real long fingernail. Hey, do you remember your first time?
I was unconscious.
Oh, yeah, I'm so sure. Boy, I've used that old line before. Oh, gee, I don't remember a thing. Let me tell you, I never forget a thing, even though there were a few things I would like to forget. Anyway, I've done my thing, but I'll be back on more thriller videos like Growing Pains.
After their child dies due to an accidental poisoning, the parents adopt a boy who possesses strange powers.
We'll call him Harry.
Oh, Harry. Who are you, William Morton? What do you want of me?
And their son returns only to seek revenge.
You come at last, William Morton. I knew you would. Flesh and blood is out of sight. William Morton is out of sight.
Growing Pains.
And Guardian of the Abyss.
Daughter of Darkness, the devil's disciple, through her Satan speaks. Using her earthly assets to gather new sheep, acting as the devil's own agent, manipulating men like pawns in the demon's own game. And when the prey has savored her sweet nectar, she moves in for the kill. He's now ripe for the picking, a perfect satanic sacrifice. The Guardian of the Abyss.
The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Jack Palance stars in Robert Louis Stevenson's classic story of the frustrated Dr. Jekyll's experimental study of a man's dual nature, the conflict between good and evil, and how as the wicked Mr. Hyde he terrorized 18th century London.
Dr. Jekyll, do you claim that this chemical concoction of yours is ready for experiment on humans? In your opinion, that is.
Yes, I do.
Billy Whitelaw stars as Gwyn, the woman who falls under Hyde's tormenting spell. From the producers of Dark Shadows, The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
So stay with me.
I'll stay with you.
Well, that's a start anyway. And next time, I promise you the movie will be a little more realistic. I mean, really, doppelgangers and evil beings from another plane, I'm so sure. Why, that's totally ridiculous. Well, unpleasant dreams.